Happy Labor Day, y'all. What's going on, YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. I hope you guys are enjoying your 3-day weekend. Some of y'all probably had a 4-day weekend. If you went down to Atlanta, I'm sure you requested a 5-day weekend or your ass was off and you went down there anyway. And, you know, I seen some of y'all down there in Atlanta starting y'all stuff. I seen y'all all up in the clubs with no mask on, you know, but y'all do y'all. I said I'll sit this year out, but I'm definitely going to be back in Atlanta next year. To those watching the Scorpion Show for the first time, I hope that you click that subscribe button. And if you're not a subscriber, and everyone, if you are a subscriber or you're not a subscriber, please make sure you start this video off by clicking the thumbs up button, which is the like button right beneath this screen. Just click the like button. Don't forget to click the like button because you're watching this on YouTube. Also, everyone, if you can, leave a comment. Let me know how your weekend was. What's your plans for Labor Day weekend? Did you stay home? Did you go to the beach? Did you go to the barbecue? Did you have your own private barbecue? You know, let me know. This weekend, for me, I worked this weekend. Friday through Sunday, I worked. You know, I'm up in there getting them overtime hours. I'm excited. So, yeah, I haven't really seen a lot what's been going on social media, but I definitely checked out the season finale to P-Valley, and I watched the series premiere of Power Book 2 of Ghost. And that's what we're going to talk about. So, yeah. So, which one you want to start with first?
Anyone you start with.
Let's go with P-Valley. Okay. So, I watched the finale of P-Valley. To me, this didn't seem like it was a season finale. And I found myself being bored watching it. Like, it really didn't get good till, like, the last 20-25 minutes of the show.
P-Valley.
Yeah. You know, I just wasn't, you know, I wasn't feeling it all like that. I don't know why, because I was sitting here and I was watching it and I was seeing how, you know, everything was supposed to go down. And, you know, what's her name? Haley. We're going to call her Haley from now on.
No longer, no
no
longer
more
Summer
autumn
Breeze.
or summer none
Eve.
of that. What you know about Summer's Eve?
I'm just saying. Ain't that what she called herself?
So,
I mean, back in my day. No.
ooh. I know I used to see Summer's Eve in the bathroom when I was growing up.
Kevin.
You know?
Oh, God.
But then I learned, right, that you're not really supposed to be using that type of stuff.
Well, then why are you saying you saw
I
it in the
don't
bathroom?
know, but I did see it in the bathroom.
Telling everybody.
But as I got, I don't care. I was, look, it was a bunch of females when I was growing up. Now it's a bunch of men. But back in
and there's still Summer's Eve in that bathroom.
No, it ain't no fucking Summer's Eve in that bathroom. As I got older, I learned that engine down there is a self-cleaning oven.
Well, some engines are not self-cleaning
listen.
as thorough as others clean themselves. So therefore, you need a little help.
No comment.
I mean, listen.
I mean, because some people still out here fleeting and stuff.
If it's keeping it clean down there, go ahead and use it. I don't listen. I don't use it.
How many bottles you use this weekend? Because
of what? I wasn't in Atlanta.
No enemas this weekend.
So your new excuse is going to be, oh, I was at work, huh?
Oh yeah, that's my new excuse
Working
for everything.
on what?
I don't know. But listen, before we get to P-Valley, let me just say I love working. Ain't nothing like getting up and going to work.
And making some money.
Right. And it ain't nothing like when they send that email, if you want extra hours, bitch, what days you want to work and what time you want to work from, hey, put me down. Because I'm not doing nothing but being at home, being aggravated. So I might as well be out somewhere working and making money. But let's get into P-Valley. So, yeah, so Autumn, the guy that's been looking for her, I believe he was, her ex-husband or something. Somebody who took care of her or whatever. He done found her, and he's like, bitch, I want my money, and all this and that. And he's making her dance. She's dancing real slow, and she's like, oh, my God, they're watching us because, you know, you ain't supposed to be exposing your breast. And then, you know, Uncle Clifford got his stuff going on. Diamond out there running shit. The other guy who's played security, he out there, he looked like he was trying to secure his own little drug thing. It was just a lot going on, and nobody was supposed to be doing what the fuck they were supposed to be doing.
Nobody was supposed to be doing what they were doing.
Right, and it's murder night.
Okay.
And
Literally murder night.
Yeah, murder. But the guy
did get murdered.
Yeah. And the guy that was trying to recruit Lil Murder, Yes,
He can recruit you?
Yes, he can for anything, bitch.
For anything.
Sign me up. It's too early to be talking like this, but sign me up. Sign me up. I'm like, ooh.
You'll take overtime for that, huh?
Anytime. He say, call me. He say, call out. I will call out. Okay. So I'm just.
He said, call out. You only got an hour. You're not supposed to call out within an hour of your shift, but you calling out anyway?
Yep, calling out.
Wow.
You know.
If he say, I'm in town, or you stopping everything you're doing.
Yeah, or maybe I'll meet you after work. You know, I don't know. But he was trying to recruit Lil Murder, and then Miss Uncle Clifford come in the room, put her hands on Lil Murder, and Lil Murder ain't like that.
No, he didn't.
But like Clifford said, bitch, you want to be doing all. I thought you wanted to be doing all of this in the light. Now you
but that wasn't
the dark.
But that wasn't the place to do that.
But
He was
if
trying
you
to
wanna be
do
open-
business. He was trying to do business, and Uncle Clifford walked his ass up in there,
Tall,
big ass
wide
up in there with his open bustier up in there. Okay,
And-
I can like Uncle Clifford. That wasn't the time or the place to do what he did. When
But I was feeling her though, because I don't know
me
what
neither.
gender
So
she
just-
want to be. I'll just say Uncle. Mind she go by Uncle Clifford, but looks like Aunt Clifford, Aunt Cleola.
Before we get back to the grandmother had me in tears this whole.
Yes, Loretta
Every
Divine.
time
She
she
better
was
keep a job.
Yeah,
bitch.
she better keep a job. She plays blind, but the way she look is how she be looking in our movie.
Right.
Like she looking days.
Don't do her like that. She is a Southern woman, a
She
Southern
is.
grandma.
When she was
I love
describing
her.
to Gregory Hines what she cooked for dinner.
Don't she always give you like that little slowness to her like character?
Yeah.
You like, baby, she
Yeah.
all the way there, up there.
All the way there.
But we're not going to do Miss Loretta like
I mean, do we have any type of interviews where we can see where we be like, oh no, that she really is just acting? Because it's in every scene, every role, she's giving that slow, like, huh.
Bitch, I'm not fucking with you.
And then she had the nerve to be blind in this show, which makes it even worse.
And mind you, I didn't even know she was blind.
Yeah, she got the nerve to be blind. Because I said she's always giving you that far away, distant look in every role.
Right.
You don't know if she's blind or not.
But she said she I like this role for her because
Me too.
You never seen a
yeah.
character her like this,
Yeah.
and her talking about her thing and
Yep.
what she did back in the day.
I want her to explain though how she became blind because she wasn't always blind. So I want to know how she became blind.
Bitch, I didn't even know she was blind. I don't know what I was watching. I don't know, but I didn't know she was blind. But then
I don't know how you didn't know that because she said it at one point. She said something about her not being able to see. I don't need my
it probably
eyes
went
to
over
see
my
something.
head. It probably went over my head. But I know she loved that little rinky-dink club. That was her little thing back in the day. And she done got in so much money trouble with.
And passed it on to Uncle Clifford.
Right. And then
Now he in debt.
the girl with C Murder, not the girl with C Murder. What's the girl? She got the white boyfriend, but she wanted to work with C
Gidget.
Murder.
Oh no, Mississippi.
Yeah, Mississippi.
Something wrong with her.
Yes. Her character made me so mad. And like all these people up in here, because you know what I really want to say. All these people up in here that could have saved you, and you going home to this abusive white man, and he's a racist, and you're still with him, and then Diamond out here fighting for you, and then you had the nerve to pull a gun out on him while he was saving you. That pissed me off last night. Just watching it, the whole feel of that. It's like, bitch, I don't even want you back at P Valley. I don't want you there no more. You gotta go. And it's a shame. But something that you seen here in this scene is how women be protecting their abusers. Sometimes they do. Like you sitting out there busting your ass, beating him up.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple days later, she's right back there, and that's why a lot of family members don't get involved when people be in domestic disputes. It happens all the time. Your family members can be all together and beat that ass. Then you go right back right back there, and it shouldn't be like that. And I'm glad that they had the little disclaimer up before the episode came on, because there are a lot of people who are in this situation, and some don't ever talk about it, but there is always help if you seek it. You don't have to stay in that type of environment. Love is not getting a black eye. Love is not getting your ass beat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as my mom would say. You know, you don't deserve that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, her character really made me mad, and I felt bad for Diamond out there whipping ass, and then she pulled the gun out on him if he didn't stop beating up her boyfriend or her husband. Then with Autumn and getting this money, and then what's her name? Mercedes. Child, she still couldn't get her last dance because she's always getting tied up with somebody.
Yeah, like
first it was her mom.
last dance was supposed to be about 2 Sundays ago. No, why would they have that baby sitting in the chair like that?
I don't know, but that's a mess.
Yeah.
You know, so she can't never have her last dance, her final dance. But it's all right though. You know, I hope that you know who her character reminds me of. Have you ever watched the show Bring It?
No.
Okay, with the head coach. She was involved in a couple of things, and then she started working with the girls, and then they started having battles. It's like the black version of Dance Moms, but that's what her character reminds me of.
Mercedes' character.
Yeah, but except for I don't know what the dealing is with her and her mom and the church and her mom.
Mercedes' mother.
Yeah,
Mercedes' mother is a slick.
I don't like her.
SOB.
Yeah, I don't like her.
So, you know, she got the mom to hold all that money for her, and she wanted her to hold it in a safe place, which
Right.
was, you know, and then the mother then turned around and kept
used
it for
the
herself, and then paid to buy her own stuff at church. Oh my God.
It's a shame.
She should have had her mother sign a note.
But you got people out here. You got them to hold your money.
Yeah, she should have, because she knows what type of mother she got. This way, she could have sued her.
Yeah, but she ain't trying to sue her mom though.
Well, her mother stole $20,000
Yeah, probably more than that. That she know. That's $20,000 that we know of.
that we know of.
Because her mom probably been doing this stuff to her whole life, and then judge her for being on the pole, but don't have no problem using that dirty money to get whatever she needs. Horrible. Yep. You know, so anyway, Autumn and the guy, they going back and forth. Mercedes comes in. He's gripping Mercedes up by the neck. Autumn going to get the money. But what's her name? Her new name, Haley. She gets the money and trying to get help. And all of a sudden, they just shooting in the club while Diamond and the Races is out there fighting. And then all of a sudden, we seen gunshots come through the hole. And then we seen blood. And then we seen everybody dressed up for a funeral. Okay, so we knew the main character, Uncle Murder, Uncle Murder. Uncle Clifford wasn't going to get murdered. And then we seen Mercedes. So then we're like, damn. You know, it had you thinking like, oh, Haley got shot in there or whatever. And then all of a sudden, she dressed in white as this angel. And she saves the club. Because, you know, they all bitten and stuff. And she had the $250K. And then we see at the end that she's now going to go into business with Uncle Clifford. I expected a lot more. I just did. I don't know why, but now we're going to see what happens next season. Because you know Mercedes not going to leave that pole. She's going to get her final night.
Oh, no. But you know what? You know how I was complaining about the show in the beginning, saying that it wasn't doing nothing for me. The last, I think, 2, maybe 3 episodes, maybe 2 episodes, no 3, it started doing something for me.
Because we was getting somewhere.
Now next season is going to start off, I think, pretty good, because now this guy is dead. Now we're going to have to figure out exactly who he was, what they did with his body. Uncle Clifford told who that you owe me now. Oh no, Haley told Uncle Clifford you owe me now, which I'm figuring, well, how does Uncle Clifford owe you? They killed your friend,
but now
you paid for the club, so now y'all even.
Yeah, but now they're going to go into business together. So
so that's what Haley wants. I think that's why
they shook hands at the end. But now what's going to happen? Because you know Loretta Divine probably going to be trying to run shit. telling her how
She
no,
can't
this is
see
how
nothing.
You, do.
You put anything in front of her, she'll sign it.
You don't need to see to know
Unless
how
it's
to
in
run the
Braille.
club. You know she ain't reading no Braille. Can you imagine?
Somebody putting something in Braille in front of her? What's this?
I don't know no black person that reads in Braille. And not to say that this isn't any, okay? When you're blind, you're blind. That I've seen. You know, they get that stick.
And the
they
black
go
neighborhood,
around.
when you blind, you're
Yes.
blind. There is no Braille.
And this is-
and
it's
best
only-
believe if you became blind like later on in life, you remember everything.
You know your steps you taking. You know where you left it at.
You know who's standing over you.
Right.
You ain't got need no eyes in there.
And you know what? You really don't need eyes to tell who's coming up or coming down the stairs.
No.
Because I could tell. Like, oh,
Yeah.
bitch, that's so-and-so.
Somebody's going up, somebody's going down.
Right.
And if you're familiar with the people, you'll know their footsteps.
Right. But I can't picture being that way. But, if God sees it that way for me, I'm just going to have to learn to adapt. But, I hate those type of questions when they be like, would you rather be blind or would you rather be deaf? I'm like, oh my God.
I don't answer those questions.
But
'cause I want to hear what's coming.
I like being able to be like, hey Siri, do this and that. And child, if I'm deaf, I can't hear music and oh my God. Anyway, I don't want to talk like that. But yes. So yeah, P Valley, it didn't give me what I want, but the last 20, 25 minutes, it was really, really good. And I'll be back next season. I want to say thank you to everyone who been writing me to like turn me on to like get into this show. I know that Rox was doing reviews and Bondi Blue and oh my God, James was doing reviews. Everybody in the YouTube crew has been doing reviews. So make sure y'all go on over and check them out because they've been in depth all season with us, the first season of P Valley. We jumped on the train kind of late, but I'm still glad that y'all
This
was
is the
like
first season of P Valley.
Yeah. But I'm glad everybody like y'all gotta check it out, go watch it because it's really good. And I was like, child, I don't know, but yeah, Uncle
It's
Clifford.
something cute to look forward to.
But let me ask you, Uncle Clifford or C Murder? Uncle Clifford or Little Murder?
A little murder.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Is that a real question?
No, it's not. I'm just, yeah. Because somebody asked me that, Uncle Clifford or C Murder. I just can't.
Little murder.
Yeah, I can't picture me being with someone as Uncle Clifford. As a person, I could be your friend. As a lover, I don't think so. I could be friends with anybody.
See, what's throwing me off is the wig and the mustache.
Right. But some people
And the
do that.
bustier with no titties.
If you know how to pull it off, right,
Yeah.
you
But I
looks
don't-
good. But his
He's-
character don't pull it off too well.
Yeah, his character is Banji.
Right. Banji.
Yes. Yep. Real Banji. And you know what? There are guys out there that like that.
Yes. But
Because Little Murder
After Dark.
tore his ass up.
Yes, he did. Tore them things right off and bent her over. Her big, wide ass over. Wide back and all.
Imagine Little Murder fucking him in Loretta Divine house.
She wouldn't be able to see it anyway, right?
What's that noise? Hey, Loretta Divine. Somebody said on a Facebook post, somebody said, why every role she's always dead, sick, or high?
Right. She know how to play them roles. That's why.
She's typecast.
I love her.
She's not winning the Emmy.
But she's not like that on Family Family Reunion on Netflix.
She's not winning no awards for this role.
No. But you never know. She could get an Emmy for what? Best guest actress or something.
No, she's not.
Don't do her like that. Shout out to Loretta Divine who knows how to secure a job.
She got her bag. She stays with the bag. Oh my God.
So, moving on to Power Book 2 Ghost. So, I guess it's the second chapter of Power. Ghost is really dead. Ghost is not dead. We've seen that, why am I bad with his name? Tariq is now at Stansfield University. He's off to college. His mother is in jail. Debbie Morgan's character is taking over the little girl. And we all know that what you call him passed away. His sister passed. The older sister passed away. Raina is gone. So his mother is going to jail. She's going to court, and we see what's her name? Her new name Tasha Green, because she ain't no St. Patrick no more, child. So Tasha is just like in the courts. Eventually, they figure out like, look, bitch, we know you ain't do the shooting, the trajectories and all of that shit ain't right. So we know somebody's lying. You need to tell us who it was or is. And she had who was that prosecutor? Washington. Can't remember her name, but
Tamika.
I never liked her. First of all, I hate. But she looked like she lost some weight. She looks good, but
they just got a different wig on her this season. That's all. Because last year, that wig was not good.
I'm not feeling her character all like that. But she was in there like, look, he did this murder. We know, and she was real good. And I'm just like, at first I'm thinking like this. She is no Olivia Pope, but she's coming with facts, or she's no Annelise Keating, but she definitely was coming with the facts. Then we see she gets fired after she was like, listen, I'm on your case, but I'm not lying for nobody. You're not going to sit here and have me out here lying for you and all this and that. So she gets fired. Tariq is not feeling it. Tariq is also like in the college. Basically, he got put in this college, and now they like, listen, if you want to be here, you're going to have to work hard for this.
He's in this college basically to keep him out of trouble.
Right.
That's what it was.
And he want to secure that money because remember, Ghost is like he got to go to school and get that degree and everything to get that inheritance money. So that's really why he's doing what he's doing. But he was never a dumb kid to begin with.
No, he's not.
But now he got to work for himself and work for somebody else who is the basketball player who's dumb as fuck. And we get to see more of his character and more of his family. The first thing we meet him, he out there fucking this girl. And I'm just like, oh, okay. She talking about, and you better not be no minute. So he talking about come back in 15 minutes, but he really put up 5 or whatever. And, his character is dumb, but, I'm seeing that Tariq, you got one person for him, and you got the black guy, the uppity black guy who wasn't for him, and they want him to read this book and tell us about this and tell us about that. He ain't finished that book. That sounds like something like I would do, because sometimes I read stuff and I come up with my own interpretation, even after not even finishing the book.
If it's good, I'm going to read it. If it ain't good, I ain't reading it. And I ain't going to lie to you either. I'm going to just say I ain't read it. But I like reading good books. The type of books I like reading are murder mysteries and who did it.
I can't even tell you my favorite book because I'm not like a book person like that. In like middle school and high school, I was. Like I love reading Macbeth. I love reading A Catcher in the Rye, The Color Purple, and all of that stuff. But as I got older, books has never been my thing.
I think a few years ago, I posted a picture of the books that I have in my room, all the books that I read. Believe it or not, I am a book reader. I know that's something I don't really share, but if it's a good whodunit and murder mystery, I will pick that book up and I'll read it, and I'll be into it.
I'm trying to think. I can't even think of the last time. And Nina is a book reader. Yeah. She love them little Dean Koontz books and all that shit.
They be good.
All that creepy
especially if you come across if you come across a really good book, you're like, wow, this is like, what? I don't know what happened. I remember I read one book in 3 days.
Yeah. The last book I read is the book that Jennifer Lewis sent us, and that book was good. Like it was like one of those like you couldn't put down. It was an easy read, and she was spilling all the tea, and I loved it. That's the last book I read. But yeah, what I was gonna say. So Tariq is going through that, and then the guy was like, "Oh, well, come meet my family and everything." So he meets the family. Everybody's having a party. Niggas getting their dick sucked in the bathroom. I mean, it was just crazy.
Yeah.
And then, and I knew that guy was going to come back because anytime somebody just walk off like that, you better be prepared.
Yeah, but you don't come back and make a announcement when you come back. You come back shooting. That's why I knew, like, okay, this is made for TV. Because in the hood, they come back, but they don't let you, they don't tell you.
Yeah.
They just going to come back shooting. And they ain't getting out their car and walking up their driveway to shoot you. They going to drive by shooting.
Right.
He walked up with the gun and he said, so where he at?
Right.
Nobody does that.
Yeah, and we was introduced to Mary J. Blige's character. Now we didn't know like what role she would play until we got to the end,
Right.
and we found out that she's a former queen pin.
Yeah.
And she was running shit. First of all, I just like how they had the nice house, the family, the food, the music. Like it was popping. Like it really, really.
She one of those moms that she lets her kids do anything, and she spoils them. No, really. Because the fact that she told her son, she basically was standing there letting her son whoop on that guy's ass.
Yeah, well, it was
then
coming.
took her son to go shoot and kill the guy.
Yeah. She said, because you about to get your fucking head blown off. I said, okay, Mary. And I'm loving that Mary J. Blige is evolving as an actress. Sometimes she has her hits and misses, but Mary,
I don't.
like,
I was just talking to Amber. I don't care for her in this role.
I like her, but we're gonna see how she is because she's an Academy Award actress. Academy Award nominated.
I was about
actress.
to say she's not.
I know she didn't win.
About to say now. Don't do that.
No, but you got to have something. You better bring something to the table because you a Method Man in this, and Method Man is the lawyer, and I mean he wants the big bucks.
Now I like him in this role.
Right,
I do. I like him in this role
because he seems like that type of person.
Yeah,
now, I don't know how he is in real
lawyer.
life, but yeah, I like his character.
Me too.
He's doing a damn good job, and he did all that work for $50,000. Tasha got off and then got arrested again.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
but see these Sags and Tamik, I'm gonna call her Tammy, and Tammy and all of them, they all getting on my nerve because it's like they all still trying to take this family down, and they can't get the shit right at all. Annelise or Olivia Pope, this would have never been them at all. But,
So Method Man or the light skinned guy from P Valley?
the license guy for Meth never did it for me.
Oh, never. Oh, okay.
Never. I probably, if I had a drunk night, I'd probably mess with Redman over Method Man. Method Man never did it for me.
Oh, okay.
Never, ever. Redman just seemed like he's more
He don't watch too good.
spontaneous. Bitch, he don't wash up? You say he don't wash up? Where is Redman? What is he doing? Please don't say another How movie. Please. Please. Oh.
You wouldn't sit on Method Man's face?
Nope. Nothing. I'll just say hello. Can we take a picture? Yes.
What about
Nope.
I didn't even ask the
I know because I see where this is going. Mikkel seen that I had a
There
Labor Day
was a
drink.
full blown shootout at this club in Atlanta, and this guy is just regularly just standing there with the gun, just shooting. Look, Kevin, look.
I don't hear no gunshots.
Oh. Well, they was just shooting.
Oh, he do got a gun in
Yes.
his hand. Which Cheetahs, a club?
A straight club in Atlanta.
Let me tell y'all something. Philadelphia, we are doing really, really good when it comes to not opening clubs. I think today starts when people can start actually going in to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's like 25% capacity. We are taking this seriously. And I don't want anybody to, fall victim to this. Y'all know how I feel about it. I'm always talking about it. But I think we all need to have some sense when it comes to this. Like, nobody's wearing masks. You're around people you don't even know. You could be asymptomatic. You could be passing it on to people. You can chill. I really feel like we all really could have chilled for a year. 1 year out of our lives, we all, 70-something years? What's 1 year where we just relax?
70-something years.
I mean, that's the average, year? Like, the average American life is like 70-something years.
Oh, I didn't know what you were saying. Oh.
Yeah, like out of 1 year, out of 70-something years.
Not
like
the people in my church, their average life.
Yeah, I know they up there. But child McKell got a funeral every week for somebody at his church. I'd be like, oh, bitch.
They be like 92, 93, 97. It's still driving. I'm like, oh my
Right,
goodness,
that's
bro.
good.
It is good. It is very good.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh.
That's why when somebody say somebody died and they were 60 or 70, I'm like, that they was young. People in my church, they old.
Yeah.
Old.
All
And still
of
getting
them.
dressed.
And they could cook. I
Yeah.
mean, oh my God. If Mikkel's church, I haven't seen
Oh,
one
we're
in a
doing
while.
seafood platters.
Oh.
Crabs and all. I got a menu too.
When?
Not this Saturday coming. I'm gonna post
got
a menu
work.
if you're in Philly.
You just gonna have to drop that platter off.
Yeah, they're having seafood platters, crabs and shrimps and all types of stuff. I mean, it is.
All of this stuff on your phone.
These are notifications, and I'm thinking like, why is he popping up like that? Oh, because I ain't clear them.
Yeah. But I can't lie. Power did it for me last night. And Tariq's character wasn't annoying.
Yeah,
Because he's really like, he got a lot on his plate.
he do. He's
And
trying to
he's
get his mom out of
handling it.
jail. He's just his goal is I want my mom out of jail.
Right.
He really want his mom out of jail
But
because he
why
know
they
his
trying
mom
to put
shouldn't
that
be
shit
in
on
there.
Tommy, though?
Well, because Tommy left. Remember, that's what me and Amber was talking about. Because Tommy skipped town.
Tommy was minding his business on .com.
And you know what it is? Tommy skipped town, and they know that they're not going to find Tommy. Tasha doesn't know that they ain't going to find Tommy.
He might make an appearance. You never know.
Well, you know he's got his own show.
Oh.
It was just it was announced the other day.
The same people with power?
It's this, but it's going to be Tommy's perspective.
What?
Yeah.
I
He,
forgot.
he,
Is that book 3 or
What's
something?
his name? What is his name on
Tommy Egan.
No, what's his name? His real name, Joseph
Oh
something.
my God. Joseph Sakura. SIKORA.
Oh, here he is. Here he is. Here he is. See, Tommy got his own show. I can't wait to get started. Thank you, Courtney and 50 Cent. Yeah.
Congratulations.
So I think this is going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing. And I think that all individual shows are going to be good.
You know what? I can't get tired of power right now. Like
Me neither.
before, okay, but now, not right now. Like you got new characters. You got Meth. You got Mary. You got this basketball player. You got the guy that's basically pulling the strings for pulling the strings on. What's his name? I just said his name. Tariq. Then you got the girlfriend, because we're going to see. Because remember when we was watching Power, he had the white guy he's annoying as fuck.
Uh-huh.
And then you got the girl who you think is going to be the new Tasha. So you got the new Ghost, the new Tasha. Then you got the Tommy. Like, I want to see where all of this goes and what he's going to learn from Mary J. Blige's character. How dirty or how. And the lawyer he wants that power, so he's going to do whatever he can to help Tasha.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Because
bitch,
Tariq told him this is the biggest case you're gonna have in your career. And then when he went to Google and Googled that man, Mary J. Blige's husband.
yes,
Yeah, because I did the same thing.
it's going to be
I
good.
did the same thing. Because
I'm glad we had something to watch on Sunday nights. Now the Housewives, y'all might have to wait because I don't know when y'all coming back. All I know is my Sunday nights are going to be good. And then I have to get into Lovecraft Country. I was supposed to watch it. I posted, and then
I watched the first episode. I'm on the second episode. I don't like all this sci-fi type of stuff. I don't understand. The first episode was good.
all right,
The second episode, I'm like,
don't tell me about it.
yeah. See, I'm not a sci-fi watcher, and I feel like this is what this show is. And I'm not into stuff. I've never been into sci-fi. Never.
I just need some new shows to watch.
Yeah, like I feel like the first episode was really good. The second episode is kind of draining me because I'm like, wait, what's going on?
Mm-hmm. And there was another show on Showtime that I wanted to watch that it will always advertise after they will always advertise it after Lena's show went off. I can't remember the name, but I definitely want to watch that show too because I haven't watched that. It'd be a lot of good shows. You just gotta find them because regular TV don't have all the good shows like they used to. But yeah, I'm excited for Power. I don't know when season 2 of P Valley's coming back. Probably sometime next year. And due to the pandemic, a lot of shows are not recording, or they're not doing it the Tyler Perry way, shooting like 100 shows in 2 weeks. Like, what's going on with that?
Child. And they look like they were shot in 2
And
weeks.
they look like they were written like they were supposed to be shot in 2 weeks.
They look like they were written like they were supposed to be shot in 2 weeks, and they were shot like they were written like they were supposed to be shot in 2 weeks.
But Tyler, They Tyler, the new billionaire in town,
Listen,
who's on.
I know these other directors probably like, damn, you mean tell me I had to do all this stuff?
Right.
And all he had to do was write stuff in 2 weeks.
And he got his own writer's room because it's Tyler writing them. But I was watching that show, bruh. I said, bruh, I'm not coming back. After seeing that lady that be in his plays talk like that, I was over it. You know, like sometimes you don't want your image ruined. Can you imagine Cora? Now, her name not Cora in real life, but can you picture Tamela Mann just being a foul-mouthed character in anything?
If it was like a serious role not written by Tyler Perry, yeah.
But because I wouldn't want to see her like that.
Because even though, yeah, but then look at Monique and Precious.
Right.
Monique was always a comedic, but that was not comedy.
No.
That was a raw,
dramatic,
nasty, yes. And look where it took her to win an Oscar.
I'm tell you, because that's her other side.
Academy Awards, okay?
And I mean,
she deserved that Oscar.
Yes, she did. Because nobody was better.
Yeah, she deserved that Oscar. And every time I watch the clip of the Oscars that year, it's sad because Robin Williams was the one who presented her with the Oscar.
I remember when we first saw the trailer for Precious, I told Mikkel she's going after that Oscar and she's going to win.
We were downstairs in the living room.
A year before all this hoopla went on. Said she's going to get an Oscar.
Well, we've predicted a lot of things on the show.
Yes, we did.
Various different things.
Yep. And she got that bitch and still couldn't get a job. But I think it's her husband who's blocking a lot of things for her. You know, but Monique, do your thing, baby. Do your thing. I haven't heard your name in a while. But yeah. So I want to say I didn't say this in the beginning, but if you're still watching, and I thank you, Mikkel and I put a podcast up this weekend. And this was the best weekend for the podcast because this podcast did in one weekend what the last video did in the week. So I want to say thank y'all, and we still need your support when it comes to the podcast. For us? I don't know what it was. You know what I find out? People don't know how to find us on podcast channels. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple. All you have to do is type in The Scorpion Show. You can type it in the same on Spotify as if you're looking for music. But type in The Scorpion Show. We're going to pop right up. We're on iHeartRadio. We're on Pandora. We're on Google+. We're on Stitcher. Wherever you listen to your favorite podcast is where you can find The Scorpion Show. All you have to do is type in The Scorpion Show. And I do thank y'all for retweeting and tweeting and tagging us when you're listening to the Scorpion Show podcast. Is all appreciated. And if you want to promote on our podcast, please contact me or Mikkel so that way we can promote your business on our podcast. So, it's Christmas time coming up. A lot of people want to spend some good money or got some good things they want to sell. And if you want us to advertise your product or your business, again, please contact either Mikkel and I, and we'll promote you on the podcast. Also, I asked for some rapid fire questions, but we didn't get a lot of rapid fire. But I'm just going to do this because just to fill a bit of time, try to give y'all 45 minutes today. So, I already answered Uncle Clifford or Lil Murder Janice. Shout out to Janice. Mikkel, when are you bringing back the seating chart? I would love to see who has several seats right now.
Okay, so the seating, somebody asked me that too. I don't know if somebody asked me that in my DM, but I know I answered the question. I'm not bringing back the seating chart. The reason why I'm not bringing back the seating chart because when I created the seating chart some years ago, which I actually came across the original seating chart in my phone. I was going through my camera roll from a few years back, and I came across the original seating chart.
Right.
I'm not going to bring it back because the young man who actually created the seating chart, I was just the one who told him who to put in but he actually created the theater for me. He was doing it for me. And then he had a family emergency a few years ago. Mm-hmm. And when he had the family emergency, I told him, well, go ahead, handle your family business. I'll wait until you come back. And somebody had hit me up afterwards and asked me about it. And I told them, and they said to me, oh, well, I can do it for you. And I said, no, somebody's already doing it. I can't have you do it when he was the one who. You understand what I'm saying? So until he comes back for me to do it, there won't be any seating chart. And I'm really not in a rush to see anybody. It's just like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And but that's what it is. There was someone who actually created it for me, and he had a family emergency a few years ago. And it wasn't fair to say, oh, while he's going through that family emergency, oh, I need you to add somebody to this chart. Right. And he actually hit me up and was like, this is what's going on. I won't be able to do it for the moment. And I told him that's absolutely fine. But I think he probably thought like, well, it's been all these years, so Mikhail ain't doing no seating chart no more. Right. And I'm really not. I'm really not. So it is what it is.
Maybe there might be a wall of fame or something.
Right. Maybe I may come up with something in the future. For something new.
Something somebody did, and they definitely need to be putting that wall. Okay. Because during this pandemic.
Listen, maybe the wall, like this green screen, maybe the wall will be Donald Trump's face. And then we'll
on November 4th, because I can't wait.
On top of his wall would be his face would be the wallpaper. How about that? Yeah.
So, the next question: what do you guys think about Sean King and his views? Do you think he is a black leader of this generation?
Can I answer that?
Yeah.
And then you can answer it. I don't really follow. I don't follow Sean King. The only time I really see Sean King's face and his posts and his thoughts is when it's like on the Shade Room, or I used to see him heavy when I was heavy on Twitter at one point, but I don't follow him. Over the past few years, I've seen some real conflicting things that a lot of people have called him out on. Mm-hmm. A lot of reputable people have called him out on, and it's just like, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's definitely good when it comes to calling out things that need to be called out. But yeah,
I just think that, when people have so many stories and when people can ask like where the money is going, and it's always these different questions, like it's always a scandal, something isn't right. Right. Like I've seen more of D-Ray out there in the streets getting locked up or getting abused than I've seen with Sean King.
Not even D-Ray. Portia fucking Williams.
Right.
Yandy Smith.
Right. Right. But it costs money to be out here to be an activist and go to different cities. But I've seen more D-Ray make a movement, like being out there. And what I've seen from Sean King is more, I'm going to raise this money. I'm going to open this business. We're going to open this. We're going to open that.
And then where's the money?
To fruition. And everyone wants to know where the money is. And then I've seen him come after people. And he even came after our friend Ernest Owens, like trying to sue him. And he's tried to sue other people. And, I've just... The only good news I've really seen from him is when Rihanna rewarded him, and people were like, why is she doing this? And a lot of people signed petitions to try to get them to stop. But as for me, and if anything ever happened with me due to police brutality, I don't want any of you guys doing anything with Sean King. If he puts anything in my name, don't let him raise any money. And I'm starting to feel some kind of way about Ben Crump too, because it looked like he's going after these families and he's becoming an ambulance chaser. And the main thing I remember him for is with Trayvon Martin, and then after that you started seeing him everywhere. And then I learned that he worked these cases for free, but if you win any settlement money, that's where he makes his money. And I don't know if I want somebody like him.
But that's for all lawyers.
I know, but I know a lot of people do it, but it just seems like he's always there, and it's time for some new blood. Right. And I shouldn't talk down on him.
I know
what
you mean.
It's not like I'm talking down, but I don't,
because a lot of people feel the same way about Al Sharpton.
Right. But you know what? He's also a preacher. Now, I wouldn't mind him speaking for me.
Yeah, but a lot of people, Yeah,
but everybody got their dirty ways.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody.
Some preachers need to stay in the pulpit. And I'm not saying that about Al Sharpton, but I'm just saying, that's how some people feel when it comes to him, because they think that he has a shady past too. What Donald Trump say? Who are we going to name these bases after? Donald fucking Trump. Every time I see Al Sharpton, I think of when he said that. Oh my. Who are we going to name these bases after? The Reverend Al Sharpton?
No.
Bitch.
You can name them after black people who served in the military, and if Biden get in there, One of them Air Force bases is going to be called Colin Powell Air Force Base.
As it should.
I guarantee you.
As it should. As it should.
I guarantee.
And Colin Powell still living too, as it should.
Yes, and he will break down probably crying. Oh my God, he will cry.
Yeah, like, come on.
Yeah. So the next question. Why did you decide to go back to work after so many years? Well, I've been trying to go back to work, I would say, for at least 3. At least 3 years I've been trying to get back to work. I love doing my YouTube thing, and I also love extra money. But the reason why I could not go back to work is because I was taking care of my mom. And not even that, I didn't trust anybody with my mom. I would be on vacation. I would still be calling. I would still be FaceTiming just to make sure things were right. And I didn't want to be at work and then she say she didn't get this or she didn't get that. And, I just didn't want that for her. So while I was home, I did the best that I could. And I also had help from my brother. And, my sister at one point, she was involved, like taking my mom to the doctors and everything. But I've just been itching to get back to work. And plus, I didn't work my work history to be too long without me not having a job. But YouTube became my job. And then, so that was money, but I still want more money. You can never have too much money. You never can have too much money. But I just did not trust not being home. That's why you haven't seen me on vacation or none of that stuff. I haven't been on vacation in 2 years. So I'm glad to be back at work. I'm glad that I see that guy. I really see him piecing stuff. My next thing is, moving. And that's what I want next. And then, you talking about shouting, I think I'm really going to shout then. But I'm happy and I'm not trying to rush things. But I'm really, really happy right now. This is, I would say, I don't even know the last time I was this happy. Like, it's not that I was just sad and stuff, but bitch, I'm happy to be on somebody's clock, to entertain you guys. I know I'm doing a great job at my job. I'm just really, really happy and I'm appreciative and I can't wait to testify because I have a testimony and it's going to be, I don't know where I'm going to do it at, but yeah, I'm really, really happy. So I'm going to go to one last question. Okay. Seeing that we've done this for 12 years, I think this is a good question. Do you think online stan culture is mostly enthusiastic love or an excessive and an abusive in an excessive toxic way?
Do I think that
online stan culture is mostly enthusiastic love or is it excessive in an obsessive toxic way?
I did think it depends on the situation. And I say that because you have some people who are fans, are genuine fans of people. But then I've noticed that you can see people who are genuine fans of people. Prime example. The Shade Room can post about, let's say, Rihanna.
Right.
Or let's say my girl, Beyonce. The Shade Room can post a post about Beyonce, a positive post. Happy birthday, Beyonce, or Beyonce donated this amount of money. Her fans will be under the post and say, good, she da-da-da. Somebody, of course, will come and say, something negative. And then when her fans say something in response, then her fans are called, oh, y'all are delusional, you're tired. And it's just like, well, you just came on saying that or something. So yeah, the same thing for Nicki Minaj people. I think it all depends on what it is. Because if you're one of those fans that thinks that nobody else can even... See, what I'm about to say, I feel like it also has to do with the artist. And I was going to say Nicki Minaj because Nicki Minaj is a force within herself.
Right.
But I think that Nicki Minaj at one point got to her head that none of these female rappers can touch her. And then once some female rappers started to come out, then it became a problem, especially if they were getting more recognition. and then started winning awards.
Right.
And then, you know what I mean? Then it became a problem. And then once she made it known that it was a problem, then her fans were like, okay, well, she gave us the green light to make, you know what I mean? You got some artists who don't do that. For instance, Beyonce doesn't do that. Rihanna doesn't do that. Sierra doesn't. They don't do that. Now, their fans may be crazy at times, but them as the artist, they don't do that.
Right.
Nicki, on the other hand, has done it.
And it don't make sense.
And it doesn't make sense. So I think it all depends on what the situation is. Do you have some toxic fan groups? Of course you do. But then you also have some fans that are actually genuinely, they love the artist that they support and they love what the artist does. And I think sometimes some people can take that love and say, oh, well, you're just being, and it's like, no, I genuinely love this art. I genuinely want well for my girl Beyonce. You know, some things that she released that I wish she wouldn't have released, hell yeah. There's some things I wish she wouldn't have done, hell yeah. But overall, I genuinely love and I want her to do well. You know what I mean? Now, does that mean that I don't want you to do well? No. I want my girl to do well. And if you do well, then more power to you. But I love the fact that the person that I stand for and that other artists like her, they don't go out there and try to demean a new artist when they come out. You know what I mean? Like, I've never seen Rihanna really demean. The only artist I've ever seen Rihanna argue with was Sierra. And that was years ago on Twitter.
Yeah, that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, and she won that argument.
Good luck booking that stage you speak of.
She won it, and she won it fair and square.
Yeah, well.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Sierra's definitely made a big come up. However, at that time, Rihanna was lying.
It was bad because Sierra was opening up for Rihanna at one point.
And it was also bad, too, because it all started from Sierra being on, the Fashion Police with Joan Rivers. Remember? And they asked her about an outfit.
I didn't remember what it was about.
Yeah, they asked her about an outfit. You know, they were, which Sierra, Sierra should have never stepped in that. Wait, one of them, I think it was Sierra, should have never stepped in that domain. Especially not with Joan Rivers.
No.
And they were judging each celebrity female on the outfit they had, and then the picture came up with Rihanna. And it was like, oh boy. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And that was the end of that.
Yeah, but I would say maybe like 10 years ago, Stan Wars was the thing.
Yeah, they were big.
Yeah, and then especially like with YouTube starting and Twitter, you rarely see it on Facebook. But it was more of a way for people to express how they felt about their favorite. Because, you know, back in the 90s and the 80s and the 70s, you ain't really had that like that. But, of course, they had their stands. And then, like, once you can get on Twitter, you can say your opinion. And then you don't even have to follow that person. And you could just hop in on the conversation. And you could create new friends that way by going in on other people. Like, yeah, like back in the day, Stan was just real crazy. And, I mean, if you said anything that was in constructive criticism, you would even be still looked at as crazy. Ask me how I know, because I've been there and I've blocked plenty of people. And the only thing I hated, like if you're talking about the artist, then they try to come at you in some type of way. Right. Or you fat, or you this, or you that. Like, who the fuck is you? And, you know, they try to blow up your picture and, like, you know, like that. But I think that as artists got older, their fans got older. So the people that I follow, it's very rare that I see it in an obsessive, toxic way. It's always more of support. And even people that I still follow and are friends with, they give props to other artists. It's not a stand war anymore. I think that maybe with the K-pop people, maybe they be going back and forth, but not. I don't really see it as much as before. But I know if you say anything about Beyonce has fans that's like 2 up to 85, and if they know, especially if they know how to get on social media and put a bumblebee emoji up, they will if you come for her. But at this point, though, there's no, like Miss Tina said in her daughter's post, you know, some people caught on, and maybe some people will catch on next year, or some people just never catch on, you know. But there's not. Beyonce singing lyric, there's not a reason not to love me. There's nothing not to love about me. Like, Beyonce is really out there and she's doing her thing and she minds her own business. Whatever she says about these other people, she says it at her dinner table, okay? She doesn't tweet about it. She doesn't post it and then delete. She don't tweet and hide her hands. Beyonce, bitch, she's worrying about how can I uplift the black culture or what else can I do? We didn't even know Beyonce be doing a whole bunch of things. And I use her as an example because she's young. She's making her money. She's having her children. She's married, and she don't have time for Stan Wars. Like, imagine if she would have came back at Kerry Hilson like 10 years ago, or any other artist that tried to come for her spotlight. Imagine if her and Rihanna really got into it back in the day. It was no need to. We knew that they were number one, number two. You had Beyonce, and then you had Rihanna. And now Rihanna's like, bitch, I ain't got no man, no kids, but I don't even need this music industry. All I got to do is make fucking lingerie, and all I got to do is make makeup, and I can make more money selling that than I can do in music, because it's not about, well, I got to go on tour to get my real money, then I got to pay this label back, and I got to pay this advancement back. Like, bitch, they all out here doing businesses and making money. And that's what all these other artists do. You need to try to find out, how can I go to all different avenues and get this fucking money? Because even during the pandemic, people out here spending money, okay? I've seen people, if you can fly to Miami for $45 and get hotels and all of that stuff, you ain't that broke. You know, but I do feel sorry for people who are really going through it during this time and are being evicted. Oh, that's so horrible. But I love when people can support each other. It's not a lot of it's not, the Stan War thing is not as big as it used to be back in the day. Cause I don't see it as much. Maybe because I'm older, I don't even get into that shit. I don't. You can come for Janet all you want. Janet, bitch. Janet don't even do nothing no more. She just posts pictures and videos of people, and she do her Black Lives Matter tweets, and she tweet people dancing and child.
And she stays in her lane.
Yeah, and she stays in London, mind her business.
Right. And first of all, somebody somebody on Janet Jackson's level, you don't even expect them to respond back to shit. First of all, I'm Janet Jackson.
Right.
I don't have to respond back to you.
Right. Now, the last time she only came for like Madonna a couple times, but after that,
in the past,
yeah, you ain't hear her come for nobody else. And I mean, it was warranted what she said about Madonna. She said, "What I do has class to it," you know, and it's true. But don't do that. I know, because we could go back to 2008 if you want to.
I'm just saying, why? I mean, Janet has been nasty.
Yeah,
and she's had nasty songs.
Yes,
I
and
mean,
she still
come
won't
on.
make them.
Okay, so I mean,
but who gets
who's
mad
the
at
pot
that?
calling the kettle black?
No, but she said what I do has class to it, and it's true.
Singing about sucking dick has class.
Bitch, it is class because there's ways you can say it without saying it.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yes,
and you moaning on the microphone. That's the loudest I've ever heard her get.
And Beyonce can never go that route.
I don't think Beyonce wants to go that route.
No, she can
that's
never.
What you call class.
No, that's not class.
I don't have to go that route to sell an album.
No, she don't have to go to bitch. She can't sell an album anyway.
Well, let me tell you something. She can't sell an album. She may not be able to sell an album, but she can damn sure sell a tour.
The biggest pop
she can
star.
Damn sure sell a tour. She can sell a tour. She can sell a DVD. She can sell a discography. She can sell
she's in
what do you call
demand
those
right
things?
now.
A documentary. I don't. Oh, she's in demand. Oh,
she's
wow.
in demand.
Oh,
bitch.
okay. Yeah.
She's in demand.
Okay. Well,
because the point where she'll fall off a little bit.
Yeah. Well, there will
but
be a
not
point.
Right now.
But after 23 years, she ain't fall off yet. She's doing a damn good job.
I started out making records at 15 and had drama.
Okay.
Bitch.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But I live for it though.
But there's a lot of people who started out when she did, and they're nowhere even close to being talked about.
Bitch, because their career is over.
Okay.
And
I mean, prime example, Britney Spears.
Bitch, Britney Spears trying to get control of
Nobody's
her life.
talking.
Bitch, she got conservatory.
And this is why you should not make certain songs, because you should always. Who's this texting me? Oh, this. Why the fuck you text? Oh, now you want to text me, huh? I know exactly who this is.
Well, look, but thank God we ain't got no black people. But I shouldn't bring race into it. But thank God we don't have none of our artists and their families taking over their careers, saying that they're not able to raise their own children and can't even spend their own money. Can you imagine not being able to spend your own money the way you want to? And you claim she can't do it, but she out there doing choreography. If Britney can go to Vegas every night and do what she do, she should be able to be in control of her own life and her own money.
Well, who's in control of her life?
Her father.
She need to get rid of him. Why is she still letting him control her?
I don't know. She done had babies.
Yeah.
Like,
we don't even know what her kids look like. Her kids could be walking down the
They
street.
was on social media.
They got to be grown by now.
Yeah, and Kevin is getting that coin. Kevin Federline.
Yeah, I bet he is.
Bitch, he hit the jackpot. And
You
it's
don't
a lot
hear
of people hit.
You don't hear nothing from him.
Nope.
He
He done
his
got
coins
fat
he
and
got
everything.
nothing to say.
Nope, and you don't hear Sharp Jackson complaining either.
No,
she must be getting some coin too.
Half that coin too. Remember? Yeah, that was That was the original entanglement.
She went from Moesha to Kevin Federline,
Okay.
bitch.
What Brittany gives Kevin gives Shar.
I'm sure.
Everybody's the fuck happy.
Paid. Stan
Kevin
Wars.
is paying that child support.
Yes, he
ain't
is.
never got here charged
No,
complaining
you
about
don't hear
nothing.
nothing about Kevin Federline.
Or
Yeah.
Shar Jackson.
No.
She's not complaining.
Not even act. She's not even acting.
Why does she need to act? She's spending Britney Spears money. She's spending Britney money.
On this wall.
I wouldn't act either if I was spending Britney's money. Act!
Bitch.
No, that's all right. I'll pass on that rule. Oh, okay. Well, excuse me.
Man, she better.
What?
And I wonder if they get a little check from Netflix from these shows.
I'm sure they do.
They better. They better.
All that promo them actors was doing when they found out their show was going to be on Netflix. They better
then
be
they
getting
all
a
get
coin.
together and make a video.
They sure did. Like Sesame Street, they all look like sing a song, sing a lot. That's how they always post on their videos.
Now I tried watching the game like I did Moesha. The game was just on, but I still can't get into that show. But it's good.
I never was into the show.
I couldn't get into it. And the sister I watched just for the nostalgia, but I think I want to skip the younger years and go like when they mid-teenage years. Like, bitch, I was over them. Y'all met in the mall and y'all didn't know about each other. Like, come on. And y'all were dressed the exact same way.
Well, I mean, you didn't see that post that I posted the other day, that lady? It's a sad story. That lady was married to her father. Didn't even know.
What? Mikhail, I'm clocking
I mean,
out.
so it's easy. It's possible. Especially people are separated, Kevin. It's very possible. Look, woman discovers her husband is actually her biological father. It's really sad. It's really a sad story. Yeah.
Did they have kids?
Oh, God.
Oh, I hope they
I
did.
forgot because I was, I think my phone started ringing.
Her late father was her biological husband.
Her late husband was her biological father.
Mikhail, I hope that's a fake story.
No, it's not.
That's why people need to know who they siblings
See,
are.
people
and
separate people at birth, and that's what it is. You got people who can't take care of some. It's a whole bunch of stuff. It's just like, too, I think, and nobody ever talks about this, Kevin, but I think there should be a limit on men being able to donate sperm. Can you imagine how many kids men got out there in this world and don't even know?
Well, they donated sperm because they
But you
wanted-
donate sperm, but then these sperms are siblings. And don't even know that they're siblings and all around the world.
They better
and
get
then
a
maybe
DNA
fuck
test.
each other. Kevin, if you and I don't know each other, how am I going to think, oh, I'm fucking Kevin. Let me get a DNA test to make sure he's not my brother. That come on.
Let me tell you something.
I can donate sperm in Philly and then go to Cali and donate it. And then one day to two, like that day when we was in Cali. Remember that day when we went to Cali and I ran into that girl? Mm-hmm. And the last time I seen her was on a bus going to New York City.
Yes.
That shit like that happens. It does.
They do. But in all reality, we are all connected in some type of way.
Yeah.
If you go back into the bloodlines, sometimes not even too far back, we're all related in some way. But you don't want to be that damn close.
Yeah, you don't want it to be that close.
Oh my God, I couldn't imagine.
Can you imagine?
I mean,
Your father blowing your back out.
Can you imagine?
He blowing her back out. Her father. That's horrible. It's not funny. And she probably was loving that dick.
You know what? Happy Labor Day. She was putting in that labor on that dick. You know what? We're getting out of here.
We are. Because that's Loretta. That's something Loretta Divine would be entangled in. That was my father.
Bitch, the slowest role I ever seen her in. Oh my God. BET's show it all the time. Her and Alfred Woodard was in that movie.
She can play. Loretta Divine can play this story.
I don't want that as a movie. That's sick. What is that movie? My Funny Valentine. Have y'all ever watched that? Y'all got to watch. Y'all have to find that movie. BET used to show that all the time. and her name was like Deary B or Jerry B or something like that. Please go find that movie. She was so slow. Oh! Her character literally was slow. And she was fighting the man because he kept trying to have sex with her in the store. Please. Ethel B, Dairy B. Listen, please. I can't get through this. Thank you.
It's not funny.
Why would you do Why would you do? I'm gonna call Dairy B. Why would you do Loretta like that? Talk about she should play that lady.
She should.
No, she shouldn't. Bitch, can you imagine?
No, I can't. You think I'm gonna imagine something like that? You think I'm sitting there in that church and somebody stand up doing testimony service and get that as their testimony?
But let me
you think I'm not gonna sit there and push record on my phone?
And let me tell you something. That's what I don't like. I don't like it when identical twins marry identical twins, because if y'all having children, hello, genetically your children are siblings, and they're sibling brothers and cousins. Don't do stuff like that. I hate when people do like y'all think it's cute, but it's not really cute. But
wait, what?
Did you know
twins
that?
marrying twins?
Identical twins marry identical twins. When you're identical, your DNA are the same. So when you have children, like if both couples have children, their the children's are brothers and sisters and their cousins, and what makes them brothers and sisters is because the DNA are so close that genetically they're siblings. That's why they shouldn't do
seen
that.
Two twins marry another twin.
Oh my God, they have the twin convention in Ohio.
Ugh.
And they
a bunch of white people, right?
And black people. A bunch of twins. It's a twin convention. Bitch. Black, white, Asian, Puerto Rican, whatever.
I don't think I've ever seen an Asian twin.
I'm clocking off before I say something. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go.
I don't think I've ever did.
You know
or a
what?
Hispanic twin. I don't know any Hispanic twins. I know white twins and I know black twins. I don't know any Asians or Hispanic twins. Or Indian twins. Definitely not no Asians.
I'm clocking.
Let me tell you something.
I don't know them, but they exist.
I'm sure.
All them people over there in China,
Okay.
you know
And
they
they
all
all-
Asian twin,
Okay.
and you only can pick one. Oh my!
Turn this microphone off. Let me tell you something. I've never seen it.
How we go from P Valley to all of this? That's why I love y'all random questions. Y'all need to do this more often. So we're gonna go. I hope you guys enjoy your Labor Day. You know, I hear there's a barbecue going on that I didn't get invited to, but we'll see if I show up. Okay. Y'all have a good one. We'll
Where's
talk
Nina?
to
Let
y'all.
me ask Nina.
We'll talk to y'all later this week. Peace.